Okay, so I think I just heard you say that you thought that the customer, when you get there, thinks it's going to be 10 or 12,000.
Correct.
Okay, that will be incorrect.
Okay.
So, luckily, it's came up. Whenever I started 13 years ago, the customers thought it was $3,000 to put in a walk-in tub.
Okay.
No way in the world it would be more than $5,000 to put in a walk-in tub.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not. So, here in the real world, 2023, customers have it in their head that it's somewhere between 3 and 8,
Okay.
but certainly not more than 10.
Okay.
And of course, it's way more than that a lot of times.
Yeah.
So we have to know that first, and that's the reason at Bath Wizard you're going to see so many different things that we do. Okay, the badge on our shirt that says the Shield. Just pointing at it while I say it could have just added to the right customer $250.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just seeing you with the lanyard on could be worth $250 to the right person if in their psyche they've ever thought big companies have badges. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to a big company and they make you, James and I did a tour of one the other day, a company they're a huge company here in Kansas City that we're looking to partner on a couple deals with. And, you know, they had a name, they gave us they had to check us, they had to let us in.
Yeah.
Then the lady made us sit at the desk and type in our information in the system, and then made us wear a badge in the building just to take the tour.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
But on the tour, they had about 250 TVs, and on every TV was "Welcome Bath Wizard."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I would think that's a pretty big company.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
And before they had the TVs, I'm sure it was the badges.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why we have the badges.
Yeah.
So you don't know who equates the badge to a big skyscraper. Jordan Belfort, who's arguably the Wolf of Wall Street #1 sales trainer in America, or certainly one of the top 5. When he came out with the company name that he had, it was Stratton Oakmont. I don't know if you've seen the movie.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, when you watch Jordan Belfort, the reason it was Stratton Oakmont is because he wanted the customer to think Plymouth Rock, and that when they came over on the Mayflower, they chiseled Stratton Oakmont in the mountainside.
Okay.
So, the customer needs to think of Bath Wizard as a skyscraper company. Okay, the closer you can get to driving downtown and seeing the insurance skyscrapers of every
Mm-hmm.
major downtown, that's what you're after. Okay.
Yeah.
So, words like the firm, we're the firm, the team, the
Department.
the departments, all of that is segmenting. By the way, I want to do business with a company that's the firm, that has departments, as you said, has a lot of rules. Okay, rules are good because they protect the consumer. Okay, but when we get there, the customer thinks it's between 3 and 8,000. So we don't know which step. Is it the shirt? Just having a company shirt with the logo on it in the right customer's mind added $250. Okay, and if you're counting along, we've got a badge at $250, a shirt at $250. They're going to look at your shoes next. See if the shoes matches the belt. That's probably worth $250, the right guy. By the way, have we talked about being on time? And on time isn't 15 minutes early. That's rude. If you're there 15 minutes early, you need to apologize and say, hey, I'm early. If I caught you at a bad time, I'm going to go eat lunch and come back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget manners. Okay, 15 minutes is early to me. 5 minutes is on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my dad, 40 years of building houses. I assure you, he's on the job site knocking on the door at 6:55 every morning for 40 years straight in a row, with like 3 days off in that 40 years for being sick.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're late to him, he wasn't even in the military. God forbid he would have went to 4 years in the military before that.
Yeah.
It would have been 6:54.
Yeah.
So just being on time, well, just being 5 minutes early for a good 20% of the population, if you're not 5 minutes early, they already have a bot. Okay.
Yeah.
So every sample piece you bring out of your kit, if they don't touch it, it's not really out.
Okay.
Every sample piece that you hand them, $250 to $1,000, depending on our corner protection system. That right there, and all of our competitors say we've got the corner protection. Okay, well, probably costs $200 to buy it. And the customer never sees it. Half of them never even order it, and they're using subcontractors. So the ones that of our competitors that do actually order it, it takes an extra 30 minutes of cutting and measuring, because without the corner protection, the sheetrock can be cut back a ½ inch, and you slide the back wall in, no measuring needed. And then all you do on the next one is you slide the piece up, and you got very little cutting. Okay, when you use corner protection, you got to take measurements the whole way.
Yeah.
It's got to be an exact measurement. So half of our competitors that order corner protection, the subcontractors they use, who are just guys out in the field that they have no control over or very little,
Yeah.
chuck that in the truck.
Right.
Yeah, Mrs. Jones, we put in the corner protection. Everything looks great. Telling that story that I just told added $500 to the right guy. By the way, everything you say needs to be followed up with why that's important to you. Corner protection, Mrs. Jones? The reason I'm saying all of that is because here in 2 years from now, when you get that V8 moment where it's should have hired America's favorite, it's because you came in and you saw that now your house shifted a little bit, and now there's a gap there with nothing behind it. Now you realize why a multi-piece system is bad. Multi-piece system is horrible if you don't have like a corner protection system to make it fuse to a one piece. Now you realize you should have hired America's favorite. By the way, all of that just added $1,000 to someone like myself, because I would instantly think if you showed me corner protection, it's a commodity. Every one of your competitors has it.
Yeah.
But until you tell me why they have it but don't use it, like, shit, I know damn good and well they're not going to fucking use it. Right?
Yeah.
Next, you have to show that we photograph everything. Okay? We photograph it so that they can't not do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're like me, I'm saying, well, just because you say you do it,
Right.
you could be full of shit like me. So
Thank you.
that's where the Bath Wizard Way. The Bath Wizard Way, in case you're wondering, is not just a phrase. We photograph every step of the install process. Next, you have to point to your book, show the Bath Wizard Way, and then show the picture that we just talked about that's part of the Bath Wizard Way.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of work, okay? Sales is the highest paid hard work or the lowest paid easy work you're ever going to do.
Yes.
And all of this, like, no one would ever or should ever want 3 appointments a day. Because if you're doing this correctly, when you get out of there, it's just like you went 18
Exhausted.
fucking rounds with Mike Tyson.
Exactly.
Okay, this is a Rocky movie.
Yes.
Yo, Adrian!
Yeah.
You should feel like you're completely dead because you gave the performance of a lifetime.
Yes. Yeah.
But just the corner protection spiel added $1,000. By the way, if you're keeping track, we got $250 for the shirt, $250 for the badge, $250 for the shirt and shoes, probably $100 for the smile, and $1,000 if it was a smile the entire appointment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're adding each of these up to where whatever they thought it was, which was, if you were remembering, 3 to 8.
Right.
Okay, that's a long ways to go to 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's then you got the finish on our doors, you got the finish on our glass, You got the finish on our fixtures, and oh, by the way, you're backing it all up with your binder the whole way. You're backing it up with your videos. Each of those is what's adding. People that don't make it here, they just hand the samples, a couple of them, and then they're gonna charm their way through it. And then the leads suck. Looky-loos. Tire kickers.
Yeah.
No, they can just smell a fraud when they see one. Okay? Because you tried to piggyback on Bath Wizard's success and then fake your way through it. Your customers know you're full of shit, okay? Sales reps sending in pictures of themselves for our headshots yesterday unshaven. Like, did that really just happen? You look like a fucking hobo, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is this how you would dress to meet the Pope? Is this how you would dress to meet the president? Is this how you would meet to try to woo the woman of your dreams or the man of your dreams, Kim? Okay.
Yeah.
It's best foot forward. And 30 extra minutes in the mirror. Okay, my mom used to call me a primper. Okay, goddamn boy, you're worse than a fucking woman. Okay, well, I'm ugly, so I gotta do extra work.
No.
You gotta spend 30 extra minutes, okay? And all of it adds up. So 3 to 8,000 is 250 to 500 to 1,000 at a time to get where it needs to be. And as many people have said, the trick to closing is a masterful presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.